Something big is about to happen at Starbase, and it's not just another launch. Elon Musk has ordered a move so radical it could expose a fatal flaw hidden deep within Pad 1's design, the same pad that carried the entire Starship program until now. Why dismantle something that worked? What is SpaceX hiding behind this sudden shift? Is this the real reason Flight 11 exists at all? The answers might change how we see Starship forever. Let's dive right in. Something unusual is happening at Starbase, and it's bigger than a launch. Just days before Flight 11, SpaceX quietly rolled Booster 15, the last of its kind, to the launch pad. At first, it looked like a standard rollout, but those who follow SpaceX closely noticed something off. No orange FTS placards, no public prep footage, just a handwritten note taped to the stand. Explosive, handle with care. That tiny sticker said more than any press release. It was a silent warning. This launch wasn't routine. It was a farewell. Booster 15 is the final launch vehicle of the current generation, and Pad 1, the iconic original launch mount that carried SpaceX's biggest milestones since 2021, is about to be dismantled right after the flight. Why? Why destroy a pad that still works? Why retire the hardware that made history? The truth might shock you, because SpaceX isn't shutting it down for failure, but for something far more calculated. For 4 years, Pad 1 was a testbed of extremes. It endured heat, explosions, and constant redesigns. A brutal playground for Musk's build fast, fail fast philosophy. It wasn't just a pad, it was a living prototype built in public view. Every fireball, every reconstruction, every upgrade taught SpaceX what to fix next. But this speed came with a price. Inside its structure, Pad 1 carried compromises. Temporary hold-down points, reinforced legs added mid-program, outdated quick disconnect arms, all patched and repatched to survive one more test. Now, with the new Starship Phi-3 on the horizon, those compromises became its downfall. The new generation demands stronger thrust anchors, redesigned fueling ports, and heavier lift capacity. Pad 1 simply can't handle it anymore. It wasn't designed for the future, only to get SpaceX to it. And that's the fatal flaw. Pad 1 isn't broken, it's obsolete. Musk knew this day would come. The plan was never to fix it, but to move beyond it. So why dismantle Pad 1 now, before Flight 11 even launches? Because Elon Musk's approach to engineering isn't conservative, it's evolutionary. When he sees the next step, he doesn't patch the old one. He deletes it. By tearing down Pad 1 early, SpaceX is declaring the prototype phase over. This isn't another test. It's a graduation. Flight 11 is the final exam for Starship's second-generation hardware. Once that rocket lifts off, the old pad's job is done forever. But here's where the stakes rise. Dismantling before launch means there's no backup. If Flight 11 fails, SpaceX can't reuse Pad 1 to recover. The move is risky, almost reckless. But it fits Musk's pattern perfectly. He builds pressure deliberately. He wants his team to perform as if there's no plan B. That's how progress happens faster than anyone else in aerospace. Recent aerial footage confirms it. Workers at Starbase have already begun removing the booster stabilizers beneath the chopsticks. Those stabilizers guide the booster during the catch phase. Without them, Pad 1 cannot perform any recovery operations. Translation: Booster 15 will not be caught. It's designed to be expended, intentionally. SpaceX is sacrificing it to close the chapter. Every minute at Starbase counts. The team is preparing for launch and demolition at the same time. It's controlled chaos, executed with precision, a rhythm only SpaceX seems to master. From the outside, it looks like destruction. From the inside, it's evolution at full speed. Pad 1 was built in 2021, when Starship's design was still fluid. Back then, the original launch mount stood atop 6 massive legs, a new concept in rocket architecture. Fixed, sturdy, and meant to hold the largest rocket on Earth. It hosted Booster 4, then 7, then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Each one a step forward, each one teaching engineers something new. Booster 7 alone rolled out 7 times, stacked 8, and endured 7 static fires before it finally flew. That's more testing than NASA's Saturn V pad saw in its entire lifetime. But the abuse showed. The mount warped, the concrete cratered, the fittings loosened, and as SpaceX scaled up the Raptor's thrust, the pad's tolerance reached its limit. To build the next-gen pad, SpaceX needs to tear out the old infrastructure entirely, including the quick disconnect arm, propellant lines, and steel foundation. It's the only way to prepare for the fully reusable pad design Musk envisions. What replaces Pad 1 won't just be stronger, it'll be smarter. Insiders report the new pad design will include modular QD systems, blast deflection channels, and retractable hold-down clamps capable of adapting to multiple vehicle variants. This means future Starships, both cargo and crew, could launch from the same platform with minimal turnaround time. The goal is bold: refuel, reload, and relaunch in under 24 hours. That's not a dream. That's how SpaceX plans to make Starship profitable. And to reach that point, Pad 1 has to die first. In Musk's logic, nothing old survives progress. You can't reach Mars while clinging to yesterday's launch pad. While SpaceX tears down and rebuilds, NASA faces a different crisis: stagnation. The legendary Juno mission, which changed everything we know about Jupiter, now hangs in limbo. Its mission extension ended in September 2025, and due to the government shutdown, NASA hasn't even confirmed if it's still alive. That contrast is striking. While NASA waits for funding, Musk dismantles multi-billion-dollar hardware in advance. Ready for what's next? That's the split in modern spaceflight. One side waits for approval, the other breaks things on purpose to build better ones. Pad 1 wasn't perfect, but it was essential. It turned SpaceX from dreamers into doers. Every fire, every explosion, every static fire failure happened there. It was the crucible that forged Starship into reality. Over 4 years, Pad 1 hosted 10 boosters, 2 ships, 1 test tank, and more milestones than any other pad in existence. It's been scorched, rebuilt, and tested to death. And now it's bowing out exactly the way Musk intended, in the heat of another launch. Flight 11 will be its last act, the final ignition of an era that defined SpaceX's philosophy: test, fail, learn, repeat, until it works perfectly. Sources suggest that groundwork has already started for Pad 2, designed from the ground up for Starship's long-term roadmap. It will feature enhanced blast resistance, automated fueling systems, and compatibility with the V3 architecture, including the Mars cargo variant. In short, Pad 2 isn't just for Earth launches, it's the foundation for Mars operations. Every bolt, every sensor, every structure is being planned with reusability and planetary operations in mind. So when Musk orders Pad 1 to fall, he's not erasing the past. He's clearing the launch zone for humanity's next leap. Flight 11 isn't just a countdown on the pad, it's a countdown to a transformation. When Booster 15 ignites, it carries with it the spirit of every failed test, every rebuilt part, and every sleepless night at Starbase. And when it lands or crashes, one truth will remain: SpaceX doesn't build for nostalgia. It builds for the next generation. Pad 1 gave birth to the Starship dream. Pad 2 will raise it to the stars. And that's the real reason behind Elon Musk's radical decision. Flight 11 isn't just another launch. It's the line between the past and the future of Starship. Pad 1 wasn't a failure. It was a stepping stone. By tearing it down, SpaceX is clearing the path for a new generation of reusable rockets that could finally make human space travel routine. This is exactly why Musk moves faster than anyone else. He's not afraid to end what worked yesterday to build what the future demands. Every bolt removed from Pad 1 brings us one step closer to a system built for Mars, not maintenance. And this is just the beginning. The next few months will reveal how far SpaceX can push rapid reusability and how close we are to a new era of access to space. If you found value in this breakdown, hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Space Hub for in-depth analysis on every major step of the Starship journey. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big move in space history. This is Space Hub, bringing you real stories, real progress, and the future, one launch at a time.